Yes, lads, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, we're taking a look at the 3-4-2-1, the first three back on the channel. Let's get into it. So jumping in to the defensive style, we leave this unbalanced. I've not really had enough time to check it with the press, but the way it sets up, you're going to get a lot of success with taking it quite high up the pitch because you've got the four bodies in midfield and then you've got obviously three forwards. So you're going to have that initial press is going to be quite useful. But I can imagine if someone does break your press, I've tried out a few times, they do break it, then you are going to be a little bit exposed. So definitely don't start in press after possession loss or constant pressure, just leave it on balance. The width on this one, we whack this down really narrow. The reason for that, you want to keep the centre backs nice and tight in the middle, and then your left mid and right mid are going to come back and cover those wide areas, which you will see in the custom tactics. So 40 is perfect. The depth we've been playing with, obviously, recently, we've gone up as high as 70 again, which is amazing. It's been really successful. Like we're flying at the moment. But with this formation, I do think that 55 is the best depth. I put it up to 60, 65. I found I was getting a little bit exposed, especially with, you know, the counter attack. So 55 is perfect. If you do struggle to defend, don't be afraid to put this down to 50. I definitely recommend you do that if you're struggling to defend, but I'm going 55. Build up play, balanced, and direct passing. At this point, you know, it's a staple with every tactic. You need balanced and direct passing. It will change your game if you're not using it. If you're not, get on it. You don't need to use anything else. All the others are rubbish. Sorry if you use those. The width, we leave on 50. Just leave it sit as it is. Players in the box, we whack this up to 6. Just helps those left mids, right mids get involved a bit more. Corners and free kicks, both on 1 and 1. Again, we're trying to limit the amount we're getting counter-attacked off set pieces and, you know, just conceding cheap goals. So getting into the instructions, look how this formation sets you up. It is almost like a diamond, but it's very, very, very attacking, as you can see. But let's start the striker. Stay central, get in behind. That is all you need to do for this this guy. The two centre forwards, we've not put anything on them. We've just left them unbalanced. I find that works perfectly. You just kind of let them float around and do what they want. The two centre mids, usually I have at least one centre mid go forward. But because the amount of bodies we've got going into the box, we've got like 5 players getting involved in attack. We don't really need it. I think it just opens yourself up to a bit more exposure if you decide to send one of them forward. So have both of them stay back on attacking. You can have one that is more creative. I recommend, though, if you're using the creative one, having his strong foot on the opposite side of the goal so you can go across. That's a mistake of mine there. So yeah, so he can hit the Travellas, and, you know, if he gets in the box, he's going to be shooting across the goal rather than shooting across with his weak foot, if you know what I mean. But yeah, both stay back while attacking and cover center, which is great. The left mid and right mid, both on the same tactics. Come back on defense, super important, because they're going to be plugging the gaps where the fullbacks are. Ignore Gareth Bale in there right now. We've just been doing first and Fiesta. Yeah, so come back while attacking and get into the box for crosses. So they're just going to essentially make their way to the byline, and they're going to be there for your cutbacks. So depending on who you've got a really creative fullbacks. Like in an ideal world, I would have my Theo Hernandez in this team, and he would go right in there, and he would be the one going up and down. So someone that can attack, someone that can defend is perfect in this situation, like Hakimi. But he's going to be there. They're going to get lots of assists, lots of chances to get the ball back for you. The centre backs, you don't touch them, especially in this formation. Touch them, you will lose every single game. If that's your thing, crack on. Comes for crosses and sweeper keeper on the goalkeeper, and that's all you need to put on him. But let's jump into a cheeky game of First Home Fiesta, because we don't play any rivals anymore, because it is the worst thing ever. A video coming next week on why it's the worst thing ever and why you should probably consider stop doing it, because I've not played in about 3 weeks now, and I'm just finding my experience has been a lot better since I stopped playing rivals, just because it just kind of drains you. But anyway, let's get into this formation. The way this plays, it's gonna you're gonna have, if they're building up slow, which a lot of people do in this FIFA, you're gonna have like 5 defenders. It's gonna be like a 5 back. But then when you're attacking, you're gonna have like 5 players going forwards, which plays very similar to the way if you played the old 3-5-2, the way that used to play on old FIFAs. Oh, Vieira is now on the floor.
How do you see it panning out, Stuart? Well, thanks, Derek. And he's through here.
Oh, great save. Yeah, it's a bit of a learning curve, to be honest, because I've enjoyed it just because I enjoy trying new formations. But obviously, in the most recent FGS, someone won the whole thing using this formation, so that's pretty crazy, if you ask me. Yeah, let's just make sure we're in the right formation. Let's build up nice. Cool. So you're gonna get lots of chances in the wide areas of this formation. As you see, the left mid and right mid are gonna just create a lot of space down this side. Their primary job, in the way I play, is look at that for a goal. Look at that for a goal. Kylian Mbappe. The glitch has done it again. The way I play is I use the fullbacks when I use any other formation. They're essentially creating the width, and they're there to get to the byline and create those cutbacks, which, you know, if you played FIFA for more than 2 weeks, you know the cutbacks are extremely powerful this year. But having one defensive midfielder that is like quite like a box to box, a Pogba, you see him make his way into the box even though he's on stay mat while attacking, because I'm pressing that B button. But he's going to pop up now and again because of his work rate. Oh, ref, it's a pen. Cheeky Paul Pogba with a nutmeg. As you can see, you're getting so much space out wide, and honestly, definitely give it a go. But you will find it's like a steep learning curve because you're going from playing with like for like a 4-back to this. Oh, terrible penalty. I should have just hit it the other way. But yeah, it's you know, it's fun. You know, it's fun to try different formations and just kind of experiment. That is outrageous. That almost went in. But yeah, just give it a go, and you know, over time, like I think I've played my qualies in this formation, and we went rank 1. But I still think I'm learning. I'm honest. But look, when they're building up slow like this, we've got 5 players in defense. No, oh. So you have got a lot of bodies back, and it is going to play like a 5-back. But then, like, when you break forward, look how many bodies you've got going forward. You got Mbappe. I've not calibrated this right because this is like playing in First Own Fiesta, so it's I've not got all my, you know, ideal players like my Theo Hernandez and like players like that. But for the most part, the players are all who I'd want normally. But yeah, if you do use it, let me know how you get on in the comments down below. Oh, go for a Pogba. What do you say? You're going to get lots of bodies behind the ball. You're going to be able to... It's going to get quite solid, like, well, you're going to have a nice balance when you're playing. So I think having this creative man in midfield is quite important, to be honest. Just because he's going to allow you to just break the press now and again. This guy's struggling. Oh, the glitch. The wide man there. See, the fullback is there every single time. Pull it back. And that's how you're going to create a lot of goals in this formation, is just by the cutbacks. At 23 minutes in, this guy is really struggling to handle how much I'm stretching him across the field. And this guy probably thinks I'm playing 5-back, but you know, I think you get the best of both worlds. You get the defensive security of a 5-back, but you get the attacking like strength. You can see why like people were able to win tournaments with this formation, is because it's just so solid. Like, it's really hard to break down. Ramos being a bit donkey there, but like really hard to break down. This has been a really interesting formation to try out, especially because considering we've just been spamming the 4-backs this year. It's really nice to have a different option with a 3-back. Definitely give it a try. It is a steep learning curve, but if you're interested in more custom tactics, click, punch, bite, lick, stick a nut on the link there for another tactics video. Jeez.